All is fair in love and war. But is it all fair? The concept behind the phrase is that some areas of life are so important and overwhelming that you cannot blame someone for acting in their own best interest. For war, this implies that spies, torture, selling out allies, bombing civilians, and so on are fair game. In the sense that by taking these options off of the table, you are only hurting yourself. Your opponent has no reason to comply to your moral standards. The point of adding love to the list is likely to compare it to war. It is the idea that you can wreak all the havoc you want during the pursuit of true love. This includes sabotaging the third side in a love triangle or using deceit and trickery to charm the person of your affection. We can be led to believe love is simple, right? Find someone charming with similar interests, fall in love, get married, have children, and then hopefully grandchildren, and live happily ever after. If only it was that simple, huh? Unfortunately, it's not. We can find someone with similar interests, but they don't like us back. Maybe they're already taken, or you fall in love and get married, and one of you loses interest after a while. Or it turns out that love blinded you into thinking they were a good match. There are a multitude of reasons it could go wrong, because unfortunately, us humans are really complex. 60% of music is in some way based around love. Yet, as important as love is to us, we don't really understand how it works. Love isn't just limited to people. Some people love watching sunrises. Some love traveling the world and experiencing new cultures. Some love their jobs, and some love music and working out. So, I want to dive a bit deeper into the types of love, as understanding them might help us tackle it a bit better in our own lives. Eros, passionate love. This is the fiery love. This is what is referred to as love at first sight. It is physical attraction to a person. It can be a stranger you locked eyes with for a second on the street. This form of love is often how a lot of romantic relationships start. But is it really love or lust? Well, it depends. If that connection stayed and lingered around, then it's love, right? Well, the answer is a bit more complex than that. According to human science and biology, there are 3 stages to falling in love, and it all starts with stage 1, lust. It's driven by testosterone for men and estrogen in women. So when does lust become love? Well, that's stage 2. When we start feeling a sense of high when we see them or speak to them or even just think about them. A high similar to the feeling you'd get from drugs or alcohol. When we start to feel a sense of euphoria when we are around them. When testosterone and estrogen are replaced by dopamine, a chemical designed to make us happy and excited. It's a rush of adrenaline. Feels amazing and terrifying at the same time, like you're skydiving out of a plane. It's a roller coaster of emotions going through you. That's when you know your lust has turned into love. Philia, or better known as friendship. Sometimes love doesn't start with lust. It starts with friendship. Knowing someone well enough that you can predict their reaction to every situation. Love is intimacy. It's authentic, it's kind, it's warm, and it's encouraging. Philia is the love that develops over a deep, long-lasting friendship. It's platonic, but nevertheless, you feel very close to those you have philia toward, and can confide in them, trust them, and respect them on a very personal level. These friendships can be just as impactful as romantic relationships. People may be surprised by the depth of pain and loss related to a long-standing friendship. Often the loss or breakup of a friendship is just as painful and challenging as the loss of a romantic relationship. Philia is a sense of camaraderie. It's calling someone brother or sister even when they are not related to you by blood. Love is loyalty, sacrifice, and being vulnerable. Love is a choice. Ludus, Playful Love. Love doesn't always have to be serious or lead to something. Playful love is very flirtatious and fun, without the strings that come with other types of love. It can be seen in the very early stages of relationships. When two people are flirting, courting each other, and crushing on each other, it often involves laughing, teasing, and feeling giddy around a person. It's very childlike in that way, though it can certainly evolve. Sometimes love is casual, exciting, fun. It doesn't need any obligations or implications to be love. Love doesn't need physical attraction to be love. Love doesn't even need friendship to be love. Love simply is. Pragma, enduring love. Pragma is sometimes translated to practical love, reference to the kind of love grounded in duty, commitment, and practicality. While this might apply well to the type of love that blossoms in an arranged marriage, this is also the love you see in long-standing relationships and life partnerships. Like when you see an old couple that's been together for decades and decades. These are couples who find a way to make it work over time. Eros, the passionate love, can definitely develop into pragma, and in fact, many romantic relationships involve both. The strong romantic relationships involve a combination of passionate love and compassionate love, which promotes an enduring and positive relationship. So is love a feeling or a choice? If love is a choice, why do we never know we are falling in love with someone until we are? Why can't we ever say to ourselves, I want to fall in love with this person, and just do it? On the other hand, if love is a feeling, then there is no basis for wedding vows. There's no basis for the promise that we will love each other forever. Because feelings come and go, and usually they are beyond our control. The only way we can judge that love will remain forever is when we decide that it will. So, is love a feeling or a choice? Well, it's both. Falling in love is a feeling, but staying in love is a decision. It's telling them you love them even on the worst days. It's saying to them, I don't know how we will get through this, except that it will be together. Love is being vulnerable even when we don't feel like it. Love is holding the roses without being scared of getting pricked by its thorns. Love is an amazing feeling in the beginning, but for love to last a lifetime, it has to evolve into a commitment of never letting this person go for as long as they let you. Agap, universal love. Agap is selfless love, like the kind you might associate with saintly figures like Mother Teresa or activists like Malala. This love is a compassionate love for everyone, also known as universal loving kindness. It's the love you feel for all living things without question. Love doesn't expect anything in return for its actions. Love itself is the reward. Love serves as the foundation for societies and communities, which without we cannot thrive. Storge, unconditional love. We often say that love involves commitment, time, mutual trust, and acceptance between two people. But is that really the case? Because none of this exists between a mother and her child, but love does. The truth is that sometimes we can love someone even when we don't like them. If you have any siblings, I'm sure you'll understand this concept a lot. The Greeks called it storge, unconditional familial love. The kind of kinship love that only exists between family members. And of course, family doesn't mean you have to be tied by blood. Lifelong friends who become family, adopted children, step-parents. When we consider someone our family, we often develop a need to protect them, even when they might not be the nicest people to hang around with. This love is being able to give someone a kidney without hesitation, but not your phone's charger. Even when in truth, only one of those is easily replaceable. Love is unconditional. It's not dependent on who the person is or what they can give to you. Love is a one-way ticket. It's loving someone even when they might not have the ability to love you back. Philaria, self-love. Aristotle once said, all friendly feelings for others are an extension to a man's feelings for himself. If you don't love yourself, you can never truly love others. This is why philaria, the love of oneself, is something we shouldn't take for granted. Love is not just what you can do for others, it's also what you can do for you. So go out and give yourself a treat every once in a while. You don't have to have achieved anything or crossed any milestone before you celebrate yourself. Just like others don't necessarily have to do anything before you love them, you don't either. Love is when you stop comparing yourself to others, when you forgive yourself for your past mistakes and stop judging yourself for things that are beyond your control. Love is when you wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and be proud of the person staring right back at you. Love is leaving a toxic relationship and not feeling obligated to stay, no matter who they are or how important they have been to you in the past. It's choosing yourself over and over again and protecting yourself the way you would protect anyone else. Love is being kind to yourself, in your thoughts, in your words, and in your actions. Because only when we truly love ourselves can we be able to love others. If love is fundamental to the human experience, then we must ask, what is the point of love? Why do we love? Is it for parents to be able to bear with their kids long enough for them to attain maturity? Or perhaps it is for mates to remain together for as long as it is necessary to raise the next generation of humans? Does love exist to create a sense of community and camaraderie that is necessary for a herd community like ours to exist? We might never know why love exists or what ultimate purpose it serves. But what we do know is how important it is. The longest study on happiness showed that people who end their life happy are not the ones who are the richest, or the ones who are the most healthy, or the ones who never made a mistake in their lives. The happiest people are those who are surrounded by the most love. Love from spouses, love from children and grandchildren, love from friends, love from religious organizations and communities. To fully understand just how important love is, we need to compare its experience with the pain of loneliness. Not having that someone to share your inner monologue with because your thoughts are too petty or intense, random or full of anxiety, or too scary to share with just anyone. You can't rant, you can't scream, you can't fully express your feelings of obsession over your favorite passions, or rage over your most heartbreaking moments, constantly having to filter our thoughts through the lenses of politeness and political correctness. Being looked at but nothing being seen, being heard but not being listened to. It's dreadful. We've all been there. So don't stop searching for love, no matter how long it takes. Love is what makes the world go around. The love for oneself or the love to discover, explore, and invent. At the end of the day, only when you truly love yourself and completely understand the weight that that carries, then you can love others the way they deserve to be. It all starts and it all ends with you.